Hi, I'm Cindy from BeDownSwear.com, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make some pajama pants. It's a great gift that everybody will love. Make them soft, make them cozy, make them for that little dancer in your life. Now I've already cut out the fabric. You can find either an old pair of your pajamas that is ripped and cut them apart and use them as a pattern, or you can use a short pattern and lengthen the legs, or just go ahead and pick up a pattern for a pair of pajama pants. So I have the fronts and the backs right here. There's a couple different ways you can sew them, but I'm going to show you the quickest way there is. The first one is if you sew the front and the back together. Make sure in back stitch, you might want to, if you're not real confident with your sewing, make sure and put pins in here. And so first I'm going to sew the two fronts together, and make sure in back stitch you want to keep that nice and strong so that the bending and moving in it won't pull apart. Now I'm going to sew the back piece together. And then you just sew that. You want to make sure you sew it even so you don't have one part slipping. Like I said, if you're not comfortable sewing without pins, make sure and pin it. You want to hold all those pieces together, back stitch at the bottom. And then you're going to open up the crotch. Sometimes people like to sew one leg together and then sew the other leg together and turn them inside out so it's an even stitch on the crotch. I happen to like it this way. I like all the extra reinforcement. So you're going to put then the two crotches together, and it's a good idea to pin these so they don't move around. Just pin all the way through all pieces. So you know at the end that needs to be right there. So then I just start at this end of the inside of the crotch and just sew it all the way through, keeping both front and back together. Like I said, pin if you're not comfortable just sewing. You want to make sure, let the feed dog pull it through. When you get to this spot, you want to make sure that flap stays open. If you have a cover stitch or overlock, this is a good time to do that. And then just go right through. Keep going. Now you want to make sure these ends stay together, so I like to hold those so I can keep it feeding through evenly. And back stitch there. It's good to back stitch up at this top part, but if you forget, you want to go back and just reinforce that. That'll be really important. And then you're going to sew down the sides, matching up the top point. If you're going by a pattern, there'll be darts in it, little spots where you know that end needs to be together. And so, just go ahead and sew straight down. Just like this. It's really easy once you get comfortable and confident. And I have guides and gauges here, which are really good to use. If you don't have that, a piece of tape or something like that will work. You want to make sure you end up at the same exact point down at the bottom and back stitch it. The next thing you're going to want to do after you do both sides, one of the things you can do is hem it. You'll want to fold it. If you're using a straight stitch and not a cover stitch or something like that, do a double roll on it. See, just like that. Now, I like to either pull this off and put that leg in there, or I turn it inside out, because otherwise it's too awkward. And you want to open that up, double fold it. I like to use a gauge here so I keep the same distance all the way around. And I fold that. Most people, if you're a beginner, you're going to want to sew, or pin, making sure that this is even all the way around. I gauge it by the needle going in the edge here and this being on the same mark as it goes around. And then you just go ahead and go all the way around, creating an even hem. Now I'm going to show you one other quick thing. Oh, I'm just going to do part of this top so that I can show you the elastic, and then I'll finish it up off camera and show you the finished product. So you're going to go ahead and go all the way down this leg, keeping it nice and even. And then after you're done with that, you're going to want to take some elastic. Where did that elastic go? Oh, fell on the ground. There we go. So I've cut the elastic in the width that I wanted. I'm going to take the back and I'm going to stitch it together. Make sure that's nice and strong, because if you don't really have that secure, when you go to put it on, it's going to split open like that. Then you're going to want to take it and pin it to the back. And then pin it to the front. And you'll want to go ahead and sew this down like this. Now once you've sewn it all the way around down nice and even, then you're going to fold it in half. Now I would normally not recommend black, but it was easier to see while I'm doing this. And then you're going to want to take the inside and sew that down. And you go all the way around so that you create just a nice even line up at the top of the elastic. And it's that easy to make pajama pants. You can buy pre-made ones if you want, and then maybe put some fur at the bottom or a little boa, giving it a cute little Christmas Santa look. And it's really that easy. Thank you for watching our video. And if you enjoyed it, make sure and click here to subscribe, because we're going to have some amazing DIY videos coming out. And if you want to get our free complete dance costume DIY guide, click right here, or go to bdancewear.com/DIY guide. And lastly, if you have any questions or ideas for future videos, please leave it in the comments below. Thanks again for watching our video. And remember, be original, be colorful, bdancewear.com.